Okay, we have started the recording. If later you don't want your, this is only for internal use. We are not going to post anywhere. So if you still don't feel comfortable, we'll just delete your portion afterwards. We basically use a video to get some screenshot for newsletter purpose. So while more people are joining, we'll start the session for today. So welcome everybody to today's AIAA Los Angeles Las Vegas section educators meeting. This meeting started last year. We intended to have monthly meeting. The purpose initially was to engage the teachers or whoever interested in STEM education to get together and figure out what's the need for the teachers and the community and what AIAA can offer for resources or volunteer opportunity. We're still growing. We actually have been trying to talk to several many school district teachers, but for some reason they are okay for one-by-one interaction, but they always have issues, just coming out all together, but we are staying in touch with them. So they are actually seeing our meeting information. So whatever is said or present here will be known to them. Then we can work out some outreach to their school. It's just right now, those teachers are not able to come out on Saturday. So we are trying to figure out whether they can come out on a weekday, evening or noon. Maybe that's a better time for them. This is just the beginning stage. We are still trying to figure out what is the best schedule for everybody, so we can find out what's the need. From those students and teachers, we have many talents, including our speaker today, Lisa, Steve, and Joanne, and many people that are very talented, but you can do a lot of things, but you are not hitting what exactly those school teachers would need. So that's what we're trying to do. And we have many members of the company. They are happy to come out to go to schools, but they want to know what exactly those teachers are looking for. Otherwise, we can do a lot of things the student may not need. So before beginning, we have to apologize our STEM educator, RP. She actually got a new job, which would not require her so much time tied up in the classroom. But unfortunately, she cannot be here today. But she has a video we'd like to play so everybody can see the greeting from her. So let me turn to her video. It's a short video just for you to see who she is.
Hi everyone, my name is RPO Sevian, and it's an honor to be with you today and share all the efforts AIAA Los Angeles Las Vegas section is doing to help educators our students in the classroom. Briefly about myself, I'm an international award-winning educator who's worked in K-12 throughout as higher education, and it's a joy to give back to the aerospace community by serving as the STEM chair. I highly recommend all educators from kindergarten all the way to college sign up to join for free as the AIAA educator. This will give you a one-stop shop of information with lessons, as well as opportunities to network with various platforms. It's important to remember that AIAA is a nonprofit organization that has a larger umbrella organization that's their headquarters in Virginia, and we have regional sections in which the Las Vegas, Los Angeles section is one of the best, I would say, in networking since aerospace is really the heart of this community. Also, as an educator, I encourage you to participate in scholarships for your students, as well as essay contests. The SSTC is a school essay contest open to all middle school students, and we're proud that one of our very own won the national award. These days, I know it gets harder and harder to meet students that can come back after the pandemic, and giving students access to real-world engineers, people who are actually using the science that we're teaching them from the textbooks, will be sure to inspire them. In fact, at our award ceremony For the essay contest, we had the very engineers that worked on the James Webb telescope. And the entire room was just so filled with motivation and excitement for the next generation. And lastly, the most important reason I recommend you to join as an AIAA member as an educator is the infinite opportunities to network with educators and engineers from around the world. All throughout the pandemic and even post-pandemic, our events chair has done an excellent job in curating different events that can be accessed through Zoom for absolutely free for your students and yourself to have real world, real life engineers talking about their craft, sharing different slides and information that really will help take your lessons to the next level. So as we keep reaching for the stars, as we look forward to having you be part of our community, please feel free to reach out to me, as well as Ken, who is the chair of our section, since we're here to do whatever it takes to help your students become really strong and confident as they are the next generation of scientists and engineers in our community. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. So hopefully she can join us next time. So as she said, Arpi said we have the AIAA educator membership, which is free. So we highly welcome the teachers to join us. By the way, actually, if the speakers are okay, for those who are okay, we actually can post the recording online, so more people can see what you are presenting here. So this way, some people cannot join today can at least know what you are doing. So we can talk about it later. If you really don't want us to post your recordings, please let me know. That's no problem. So we have Lisa online. So she is ready to give a presentation about what she has been doing and about a very exciting STEM program. So let me pull up. So Lisa, you are ready?
Yes, I'm here, Ken.
Go ahead.
Okay, great. How are the slides looking at the location site?
It's a title page saying, "Can the story change the way we explore space?"
Yes, and that is the title of the experiment. We have been sponsored. The sponsoring agency is NASA, and the sponsoring organization is the National Laboratory. So we're very excited about this. With technology and data that is more prevalent, we are going to be experimenting with human written stories. And these are stories that have been collected from around the world, and they are launching to space on August 1st as part of Northrop Grumman Cygnus spacecraft. It's a payload on an Antares rocket, and there's a lot to celebrate for the Antares rocket that is celebrating their 10th anniversary collaborating with NASA and the National Space Station. So there's a lot of historical moments that we're very excited about with NASA, the International Space Station, and our Stories of Space project that is launching August 1st. Now, the stories of space that are sending written stories are on SD cards. And I don't know if you can see this on the next slide, Ken?
Yeah, I'm on the set for Beth.
Okay, great. So everyone is invited to participate. This is launching from the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport at NASA Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia. And the International Space Station, it travels and orbits our world, our Earth. So with 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets, we accessible for any student, any educator, any university to participate in this project. So the STORIES is an acronym. It stands for SD card testing and onboard research on the International Space Station experiment and a survey. It's an acronym. And these SD cards are an important component of most satellites. They're used to store acquired data for later retrieval. And the unique experiment that we have with the Stories of Space project is that these SD cards and the data is not going to be inside the International Space Station. It is going to be on the exterior of the International Space Station. It's going to be exposed to the harsh environment of low Earth orbit that contains heavy radiation, which often damages our micro's SD cards. And it's going to be affixed with the MISSI 18 with our partner, payload partner, Aegis Aerospace. So we are very, very happy about this. It will be affixed to the space station on the outside for a period of 6 months. Are you still there, Ken?
Yes, of course. You want me to move to the next slide?
Okay.
By the way, actually, we know Beth. She actually participated in our event before.
Yes, she actually said to say hello, Ken.
Oh, I see.
Yes, she's our executive director.
Oh, okay.
And we are very excited because Beth is leading this effort with Utah State University,
Okay.
the Materials and Science Group. So we are actually on our way to go meet Beth at NASA Wallops. And the exciting thing about this is that with this data to be on the exterior of the International Space Station, there's also other payloads that will be going to the space station, such as the NASA Sapphire program. And this is an experiment that is testing our elements inside the space station, which will be testing how the environment inside with fire inside the microgravity environment. And it also will be pulling data. So there are NASA partners, NASA JPL, also laboratory, this program. There are many other experiments that are going to space station, and we're very, very excited about opening this project to everyone. And we will be having a secondary opening for individuals to submit stories to go to space again.
Fantastic. Do you want to go to the next slide?
Sure.
Oh, whenever you want to move to the next slide, let me know.
There's the materials science physics group. If you look at the Utah State University Materials Physics Group, that slide.
Oh, yes. Yes, material physics group. Yes.
Okay, these are actual SD cards that are all inside the compartment that are being exposed to radiation. And this is at Utah State University, and we have the small satellite conference that's occurring at the same time. And this is the lead that is testing the SD condition that they were put in to be exposed to radiation. So that gives a clear indication that we tested it on Earth before sending it to launch into space. So the next slide, if you see the slide of the International Space Station.
Yes.
Okay, Aegis Aerospace is our payload partner, and they are getting very more interested and involved with small satellite payloads like CubeSats and small experiments like these SD cards, and with the MISSI that is attached to the outside of the space station. And this is to help us get better information of data for the Artemis program going to the lunar surface and to Mars. So if you see at the bottom, the flight portion of launch and the projection, how it goes forward, and NASA got ground control. And then afterwards, after a period of 6 months, these SD cards will do a splashdown and they will be returned and they will be shared. Some of the stories will be shared with Beth Munn's Casual Space podcast.
That's right. Beth is running the podcast.
Yes,
I see.
absolutely.
Ah, I see.
Absolutely.
Very good.
So,
She used
so
to.
we
She used to work.
love
She.
to have
Okay.
our educators and students participate.
Great. It's like a big family. Beth used to work in NASA headquarters, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and she was a NASA public affairs officer, and in one of the slides you'll see she started at Space Camp as well, and she has partnered with, well, actually the Stories of Space Project has also partnered with the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory Solar System Ambassador Program and the NASA Webb Space Telescope Science Institute program. So they're very, very involved with data and supporting all of our scientists and researchers studying exoplanets. And we're very excited about sharing this content.
Very good. By the way, I think you are also the ambassador, right? Before.
I am an ambassador, yes. I am an ambassador for the Stories of Space Project, and this will be continuing forward. We have some big news to release after this launch, but this launch is the Northrop Grumman Cygnus is named after Dr. Laurel Clark. So it is named the SS Laurel Clark. And there's so much to celebrate here, Ken. There's written stories that are going to be on the outside of the space station for everyone to follow, spot the station with the ISS above. You can do this on your phone. You can do this from your computer or just look up at the sky. And it's a low Earth orbit. And this is a way to get our students and our educators involved with arts and writing, and it's all part for everyone. Everyone is invited.
Excellent.
I'm ready for any questions. If anyone has any questions.
Hi, this is Steve Stirk. I'm in the room down here in Los Angeles. Hey, the question that came to mind is, so you're looking for students to put their thoughts onto an SD card and then get it up to the state of Utah University? Is that correct? Are these stories from students that you want to be collecting?
The payload right now are all lyrics from songwriters. They are stories from individuals all around the globe. And what occurs is we have a secure electronic registry for submitting any poems, any songwriting, any stories about space or life, and we just want individuals to know that this is already one payload that is launching August 1st to space. And this is open to anyone, a student, K through grade. If there's someone that wants to, submit a story for someone that's a senior in age, there's certainly this applicable. We have three generations, a daughter, a mother, and a grandmother who all submitted stories through this program.
All right, thank you.
You're very welcome. And one thing to add also, we don't know if the MISI, it's a payload and it's a device that many individuals are not aware of what the MISI is. It's a material science exploration department that actually goes on the tip of one of the exterior portions by the solar arrays, and that's where there's a link on the International Space Station with Aegis that shows specifically, and it has it circled right on the photograph with the International Space Station, and it's got a circle right around it, so it's by the solar arrays. So what's going to be interesting is we can have downlinks with our astronauts aboard the International Space Station and ask them, whether they are putting the MISI out there through a spacewalk. We're not sure. We'll find out, but it's all very exciting.
Okay, Lisa, just 1 second. We have a gentleman, Bruce, online. Bruce, Mr. Mackenzie, can you hear me? Can you hear us? I want to test the audio. You can hear from Lisa and you can hear from me. Bruce?
I'm here.
No, Lisa, I know we have a gentleman online. I'm trying to, he might be. Okay. Okay, so Bruce will say, can you hear me better now?
Yes, unmute his mic.
Yeah. Bruce, can you speak out? I know you can type, but would you be able to speak out?
Yes, hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, but for some reason it's your voice is not going through the main microphone. Give me 1 second.
I did not mean to get people's attention. I just wanted to listen in.
Yeah, I understand. All right, understand you just want to participate, but just make sure you can hear whatever we are talking.
Sure.
Right? Okay, very good. So if you have any question, you're welcome to speak out. Okay? Now,
Yes.
So we'll continue. Okay, Lisa, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm here.
Yeah, Bruce, he has no question, but we're just testing, see if he can hear from us.
Okay. Well, Ken and Bruce, one thing I can let you know is definitely follow the NASA Wallops Mid-Atlantic Regional Service Facility and follow Northrop Grumman tomorrow at 5 p.m. But you can watch this live on NASA.live. So you can watch the launch from NASA Wallace, but this is all a lot of historical preservation that's going to space with the SS Laurel Clark, with the Antares 10th anniversary with NASA and the International Space Station. And we have so many experiments and partners to share with, and we're just very, very excited about this. And you can follow this for 6 months out in space with the International Space Station.
Okay, excellent. Did you introduce yourself? I didn't hear you talk more about yourself. Can you say a few words about what you have been doing?
Yes, actually, I have been doing much research. I'm a co-author is in review that is published, and it's actually to be published, we're hoping soon, but it's a co-author for Astro Access, accessibility and accommodations for disabled and disabled crews operating in space. So that is under review with Astronautica. And the abstract we have, can a story change the way we explore space? That also has been submitted to the Small Satellite Conference, and we have a poster at the Utah State University Small Satellite Conference. Everyone from NASA is at this conference. And I highly encourage any young student or educator who may want to be involved. NASA has opened everything up free and accessible for anyone who wishes to participate.
Excellent. All right. So this if you have time, please stay online. And so we're going to go to the next talk. Joanne, you want to say something?
Okay. You want me to come up and use your
Yes.
the mic on, and or you want to turn the lights on?
Yeah,
and
I'll
have
do
me
that.
sit in front of your camera? Or?
Yes, yes. The camera over here. Actually, if you need a table, you can pull the table over there, or you can use this one. If you like.
I'm just sitting right. Definitely get
Yeah.
organized this one, do it.
Do you need a screen? If you don't need a screen,
No, I was just gonna,
okay.
I thought I was just hanging out today, so.
That's fine, relax.
All right.
And if you don't want this to be recorded,
I don't care. That's all right. That's okay. Tell me when to go.
You're all set.
All right, so
Nice
happy,
call.
oh, okay, so happy Saturday morning here, and I wasn't expecting to actually give a talk today. I thought I'd interact, but I can give you a little bit of a summary of what we do. So I'm half of a company called Non-Scriptum. I think a lot of you have heard me talk about this before. I like to say I'm a recovering rocket scientist because I was at JPL 1,000 years ago, but I've been an entrepreneur for the last 24 years, I guess. So most recently, we've been working quite a bit with Make, the people who do maker fairs. We've had 2 books out with them, Make Geometry, which is teaches geometry with hands-on projects and 3D prints. And I'll just sort of show one of them here. So why would you do that? Well, probably a lot of you have seen making a cube out of a piece of paper that looks something like this, and you fold it up and it doesn't work very well. But what we've done instead is we have 3D prints that fill the volume, so you can reason about the volume and think about that. And so you can fold these up. I'm holding a microphone and doing this, which isn't a mode I've done before, but so you can hold these things up, and Ken's going to help me out here. So you can fold these things up and reason about them, and you can
make all kinds of interesting things with them. So we started out with some of this, working with disabled students, with blind students. And so if you're a blind student, there's no way you can make a net with something like this, but you can certainly, if you have a 3D print, do that. So we did that. That was very successful. We've since come out with Make Calculus, and Make Calculus starts with Legos. And if people are interested, I can chat later about how that works, and then moves on to the 3D prints, some of which are scaled to the Legos, so you can start to think about that. And most recently, we've come out with, we will be coming out because it just is finishing up now, with Make Trigonometry, which will sit between those two books. So the intention is that people who learn differently, or I think pretty much anybody, because universal design says, if you make things easier for some group that otherwise has trouble learning something, they often often it's better for everyone. And so these books have been very well received. Make Geometry has been out 2 years now. It also has some open source lesson plans, and all our models are open source. So that's kind of who we are, and we're always interested in partnering with people and chatting with them, and doing interesting things.
I thought, Joanne, I saw you have the new book coming up.
Yeah, so that's Make.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Make Trigonometry is the new book.
Oh, that's right.
So that is up for a pre-order on Amazon and on the Maker Shed. Makershed.com is our publisher's website, and it'll be everywhere once the print version comes out. And we're also very proud of the fact that the calculus book and the trig book both have completely accessible versions, so that they are, as far as we know, one of the very few books out there that a screen reader can actually read the equations in MathML. And so there are not a whole lot of books out there, so the blind community has been excited about that, or people with dyslexia, or other people who like to use a screen reader to learn math.
Fantastic. So yes, people, you are welcome, folks, you are welcome to look up Joanne's information. We actually have the event with her. She did the demo and presentation. So we can send you the event information if you like. So any question? Lisa, do you have any question? Are you still on the phone? Lisa?
Yes, hi, Ken, I am here. That is a very fascinating idea as far as the screen reader and universal access. Actually, the place-based learning program, I shared a link to the Arizona State University Education through Exploration and School of Earth and Space Exploration. They have a partnership with NASA, and that is called Infiniscope. And Infiniscope allows place-based learning for students with blind, visually impaired, deaf, hard of hearing, ABA, and also individuals who may be on the spectrum. And it allows the individual to take a tour to learn with all sorts of drop downs and sounds and all sorts of different tactiles that you can incorporate with this. And this is free as well. And Ken, I believe I shared a content with you as a link. Please feel freely to share this content.
Oh, okay.
It is open, yep. And also there's NASA Science Now. And NASA Science Now has opened up everything for free for individuals to learn. One of the things that I worked with Astro Access, it's an all volunteer-based organization, and it's the co-author on the paper. We worked with 2.5 years with individuals with prosthetics, individuals from the Gallaudet University who are deaf and hard of hearing. They actually started with the space program because they lacked hearing. We individuals go on a zero-G flight to find out what sort of tactiles and different items that would help with individuals who are hard of hearing or loss of hearing or low vision or on the spectrum. We are very happy to see some of the ambassadors from this program gone forward, and they have really excelled and well with roles and positions in the aerospace industry and also with graphic design. So there's a lot there, and I think I sent the one-sheeter for you, Ken, that's from the TREX survey program. It's through the Planetary Science Institute, but as a science communicator and an individual that identifies with visible and invisible disabilities, there were things that we did implement to help with all of our communities to participate.
Very good. Maybe something what Joanne is showing here could benefit those people you mentioned as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's very exciting, learning calculus, 3D printing. That's just amazing. It's a very good tool for the students.
Yes, and terminology is one of those things that really kind of intimidates students. When you hear 3D printing, they identify with this. When you use the term additive manufacturing, they kind of shy away from it. The large terminology really can be intimidating because our science and technology is really expanding into new worlds, such as going to ocean worlds with Europa, the Europa Clipper that is to launch. We have the OSIRIS-REx that is returning September 24th to Utah. So these are all new discoveries that are involved with everyone to participate. Whether you're a graphic designer or you like to draw or you like to write, we want everyone, and NASA definitely encourages everyone to participate.
Excellent. So let's stay in touch with Joanne and we'll put things together.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. So our next presenter, Bruce. By the way, Bruce, if you have any question, you're welcome to unmute and speak out. Okay, Bruce. So Steve.
Yes.
You're okay. So I'm looking for your.
Yes.
Bruce, any question?
No, I'm having trouble with Microsoft Teams, but no questions. I have to leave soon. Don't, sorry.
But you can hear, right? You can hear okay.
Should I stand?
Up to you.
Just put it on the table and look down.
Ken is setting everything up. He's one awesome dude.
No, you're awesome, Steve.
Okay. My name is Steve Sturck, and I'm a AIAA member from both Los Angeles and from the Antelope Valley section. So I'm going to talk about three ideas for STEM projects. Next screen. There we go. I'm sorry, I had a typo here. I'm going to talk about the UAV eVTOL 5G tower build, and then the Mars helicopter, and then the space settlement design competition. So next slide. There could be a small delay, but I work for NASA Armstrong Flight Research Center, and over the past several years, we've been working out all the algorithms for the UAV eVTOL system. And so it's how to transport human beings from one building to another building and safely. The word is safely. But I seen this tower there in orange on the right-hand side, the left-hand side of your screen, and kind of remind me of a activity of making out of spaghetti, noodles, and marshmallows. So I came up with this idea for grades 1 through K, and even for executive leadership as a fun thing to do. But anyways, next slide. All right, so I'm a parametric cost engineer, but I am a cost engineer for Armstrong, and so we do this simple task. We give the students 5 minutes to draw out a model of their 5G tower. And then they have, once they got it drawn out, then they have to purchase spaghetti noodles at the given rate and marshmallows at the given rate. It's really, really cheap. And then when I ring the bell, they have to go and start construction. And so what happens right during the middle of their build is during the integration stage, a noodle breaks or the marshmallow doesn't hold correctly, and they have to run back and buy another one. So then after 20 minutes, we call time, and whoever has the tallest spaghetti and marshmallow tower wins the prize. And they're up to usually about 2 feet tall. So this is just one idea for STEM activity. It's lots of fun for the K through 12. Okay, then next slide. Okay, of course, we got to talk about the Mars helicopter. And same kind of concept. Again, it's a marshmallow and little sticks that you put together, and the students cut this out. And it's just a lot of fun talking about the Mars helicopter and, going around there on Mars now, and then we show pictures of the helicopter and the rover on Mars. And so this is a little fun activity as well. Next slide. So here, I was the judge, or I went to Frisco for the National Space Society, where the students, these are high school students, are developing a space settlement competition. Next slide. So over 300 young people from 14 different countries converged on the conference. I just want to point out the conference next year is going to be in Los Angeles, May 23rd through the 26th at the Sheraton Hotel, which is right next to LAX. So students, here's what the students can do. They present their idea on a 1 meter by 1.5 meter poster, and they give a small presentation, and they write up a RFP, request for proposal. So on part of that RFP, they got to talk about the costs and schedule, and that's really dear to my heart because I'm a subject matter expert on this matter. So the Japanese team took first place and the Romanian team took second, and then I ended up passing out 150 NASA stickers to everybody in the room. So next slide. So this group is from India. They sent over 100 students from their country, and I want to congratulate them on their launch of the their Chandra 3 rocket, which launched 2 weeks ago, headed to the South Pole. And so these are the students I interacted with over 3 days. Next slide. Here is the winning team for first place. And this young man right here, I went and got to talk to him. He is 11 years old. He's 11 years old from Japan. And he was part of the team. He was part of the team that won first place. And these are all high school students. And so I was just really amazed of all their work that they've done. Okay, next slide. This is the Romanian team, and I don't think this was the second place team, but I did talk to a lot of the students there. Next slide. And so here's the India team, and here's just right there in the middle is their poster of their space settlement. And it's pretty interesting how they pull it all together to compete for this. Next slide. This is at the awards dinner. At the awards dinner, there was 3 astronauts, 1 commercial astronaut that was in attendance from SpaceX, and then 2 NASA astronauts. Eileen Collins was there in the audience as well. So next slide. So I just love the enthusiasm here. I got to talk about their cost. Down here at the bottom, you'll see 70,000 million. And over 30 years to build their space settlement. So they just kept pulling me back and talking. I had so much fun. All right, next slide. And so here's the Romanian team. This is the team that won second prize. And so there, I had a couple of NASA stickers. Okay, I think we're at the end. Oh, and here's inside the space settlement. This rotates at just about 1 G. And the students just love talking about all their designs. So at this point, does anybody have any questions? If you want to play, let's play a video. So anyway, the students, there's over $20,000 that will be given away for the best design. And I believe Jeff Bezos gave the NSS a check for over $1 million. And so.
Yeah, he gave to AIAA too.
Oh,
I think it's called he gave several organizations.
Oh, wow.
This is $1 million. He gave not the local chapter. They gave it to our headquarters.
Headquarters, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, so that's where the money's coming from, and I'm just so excited to be, be an AIAA member and helping students with their STEM activities.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly right. Steve is our great member, and actually, you see, gentlemen, our Globus. He's actually also our AIAA member, and he gave the talk about what he shows here online as well. This is for this. Yeah. So yeah. As you saw the video, we're actually not trying to advertise for National Space Society, but we recognize they've been doing great jobs. And the AIAA also has a Space Settlement Technical Committee, which I'm also involved as well, a member. So in the sense that we are also here trying to learn, from various groups. Of course, I understand funding is a major issue. The second is the source of the student participants. That's an important factor. Our AIAA National certainly has done a very good job, nationally, different type of contests for students. And we are trying to learn in this great Los Angeles area how the local chapter can boost up our local activity and support our national function as well. So any questions so far for any of the speakers? Okay, so by now the presentation part has ended. So I'm going to kind of stop the recording. The next, just kind of brief discussion, if any recommendation or suggestion, for example, what you would like AIAA to participate or provide any like volunteer for local AIAA activity for your classroom, school district, or we can do outreach, those kinds of things. So first, let me can stop the recording now. Let's see. Record, stop.